Afterwards, we will be very much run through the Rashis. I want it to be long for the purpose that I don't have to share a lot of things. At the same time, I have to make sure that it is slow as well, so that everyone can understand everything in complete in depth. Let me keep on posting it over Facebook. आज मेरे दाहिने कान में बहुत दर्द हो रहा है, अतः थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखते हुए right. Let me start with Aries from where we left previously. What we did in the last class is that Aries rules over the eastern direction, and we came to know that eastern direction is that there are 2-3 types of directions in Vedic astrology and how we use them. And this is what we did previously. Now I will run through the rest of the part. Right. That Aries is represented by a kingly warrior, and this is a kingly warrior. So there is a difference of opinion between the classical text and Krishniyam. Classical text will say that Mangal is Tamasic. Krishniyam will say that Mangal is Sattva. I asked my Gurudev, hey Gurudev, why this difference of opinion? So the answer of Gurudev was there is no difference of opinion in classics. If you think that there is a difference of opinion, there is some fault in your understanding. Otherwise, it never happens. It is not the case. What is the difference between Satva and Satvika? Satva is the one who follows his dharma. Satva is the one who follows his dharma. Satvika is the one who is Deva Brahman Pujita. One in the worship of Devata, Brahman, charity, etc. Sattva following his dharma versus Satvik doing deeds which are considered auspicious are two different things. Even if I am not following what is expected by me, I can also become charitable. For an example, a person, married guy, living his family life and behaving like an ascetic is although a good thing to do. But despite being married, he left his family, and it was a superimposed bad karma for his family. Getting a point? Whereas, on the other hand, one who is married lives in marital life and do his spiritual deeds. That is like if you take a look at the chart of Mahatma Gandhi, Jupiter is in the 7th house in Aries. You can see the chart, right? Jupiter is in the 7th house in Aries.
Sir, South Indian, please.
Yeah. And the 7th lord is in the ascendant. Ascendant is 8 degrees. 7th lord is 25 degrees. Venus is 23 and Mercury is 11. So first the result of Mercury will come, then Venus will come, then Mars will come. By the end of his life in the last 20, 30, 40 years, I think, he was following the Satva. So he was being Satvika. Jupiter in the 7th house is Digbalhina. Jupiter in the 7th house is Digbalhina, devoid of directional strength. So what happened is that he did a adharmic thing. He had a wife and 4 children. And one day he announced that I am going to be a brahmachari. Now the wife and children is of no use. He did a sattvic thing, but that was like a shock to his family. Looking at it from that perspective. That is what a Digbalhini Jupiter does in the 7th house of Aries, which indicates Sattva. Sattva is following your responsibilities. What was told to you. Versus Sattvic is doing good deeds. Although being an ascetic and sannyasi, etc., is a good deed. But still living your family is not the way. I don't want to take the name of few people, few more which comes into my mind, famous personalities. But many people have done this. Got married, left their wife, went into philanthropy. It will indicate an afflicted houses of Mars. Most specifically Aries, because it comes in the Dharma Trikonas, right? So whenever someone runs out of his responsibilities, which house you have to check?
Dharma Trikona, Aries.
Yes. Dharma Trikona, Aries. This is what we should look at while we are judging those people who leave their responsibility and become ascetics. It represents a kingly warrior carrying a pestle as a weapon. What is pestle? My English is very bad, by the way. I should do a Google search. Mushal Gada. Right? Gada pestle. What does it indicate? It is a sastra, not an astra. It cannot be thrown. It have to be kept in hand and then attacked. Hence, the person of Aries is not the one who will plan and strategize something. He's the one who will take care of problems and difficulties when he is confronted by them. That is what Gada indicates. That he have the power and valor to cross every difficulty that he's having. But that thing will only come when the problems are in front of him. Understand my point? Understood? puffed with power, Aries invades the eastern city named Romavati. In the complete of Skanda Hora, you will find two type of signs. Rather, say three type of signs. One who will attack, one who will protect, one who will attack and protect as well. So, puffed with power, it alone invades the eastern city named Romavati, is indicative of three factors. First of all, puffed alone with power does indicate that this person is endowed with such a capability that if he realizes his power, he will be able to take care of everything. He will be able to take care of. Here comes a concept which Abhilasha ji will teach you. Right, Abhilasha ji, why Mercury in the 11th house should be a hindrance and promotions all up to you.
You're asking me something I couldn't hear properly.
Yeah, I wanted to explain that why Mercury in the 11th house should hinder the professional promotions of the person.
Because it's a unit planet and it's eventually it will make you detach from whatever you are achieving.
The significations of any house can be distributed into two areas of male, female, and neutral.
Yeah.
So, 11th house can indicate income, and that income will be a male factor, Purush factor. That will be you go and do a Purusharth to earn something. The female factor of the 11th house will be luxury or fulfillment of desire. It is a female factor, that is fulfillment of desire, because that comes to Lakshmi. Male desires income because the Sri Vishnu is the one who will take care of this thing. And signification is elder brother, elder sibling. That this person is, because the elder sibling is produced by your father, not by you. In the same way, when we say puffed alone with power, being puffed with power is a male signification. Hence, the power related significations of that house where Aries falls will be quite prominent. Right? So, suppose your Aries falls in the 8th house. So, the power to fight with diseases is very high. The person is puffed with power. At the same time, when Aries is afflicted in the 8th house, person is highly susceptible towards many health ailments, such as low resistance towards disease, etc. Understood my point? Right? This is what puffed with power is. I will give an example. I was giving consultation to a person, and he was having some spine related problem. It was an Aries ascendant with Lagna Lord Mars in the 8th house in Scorpio. And the person told me that, Shubham, there is something good with this combination. Although you have a disease which kills you every day, but your disease resistance power becomes so good. Disease resistant power is so good that other diseases cannot touch you. This is just a slow poison. This is the case with Aries. It takes you to that extremity makes every other thing obsolete and becomes a slow poison. In the 9th house, what will be the male signification? What will be the female signification? What will be the unit signification? Come on, someone tell me. Why Leo Lagna people have a problem with their father? You will see no Leo Lagna person, no problem with their father. There will be some problem. Either they have a problem with their father or their father have a problem in their life. But there will be a problem.
Sir, because for them Aries falls in ninth house, that is male, and they have to make their bhagya.
Yes, that you can say. Aries in 9th is the reason. But what is the exact reason? Lashaji, you want to answer?
So because Aries will be ninth, so it puffed with power. It's a male sign, and I would take father as a unique signification in this.
This was the right. Very good, Abhilashaji. This was my point, right? When we took the 11th house in the Mercury example, what I said, brother is something that you haven't produced a brother, right? It came automatically. So it is the unit signification, right? That always comes into play. Same is the case with the 9th house. The fortune of the 9th house is a male signification. You have to work, you have to do the karma and make a good fortune. Tapaha, penance. That is the male signification of the 9th house. The female signification of the 9th house will be having many women to copulate with. That it is an upachaya to the 7th house. 9th house also indicates many affairs. 7th lord in 9th house, you see the chart. You think it is very good? I will say at least 2-3 affairs at least. So the 9th will give the expansion to the 7th, right? He will have many women in his life. That is the female signification of the 9th house. The male signification of the 9th house will be fortune. The unit signification of 9th house will be father. When Aries goes to the 9th house for Leo Lagna, because it is puffed with power, the sign is an odd sign. The Lord is also Mars, which indicates a complete male. It will tend to promote the male results of the 9th house. That is fortune. And because it is male from all the 3 perspectives, from puffed with power, by being from the concept of odd even sign, and from his lordship by Mars, from all the 3 factors, it is a completely male sign. Hence, in that scenario, it will be a complete male, and it will tend to negate the unit influence of the house. Hence, any house where Aries is placed, the female signification of that house will be completely distorted. What is the male signification of the house and what is the female signification of the house? Abhilasha ji started with it in the Tantra Jyotish class, right? She will continue it in the next version, in the next levels of Tantra Jyotish, right, Abhilasha ji?
Right, sir.
Are you getting my point? It is quite a complex topic, but you have to understand it. For negation, because what will happen actually with you, that you will see some signs is empty. That always happens, right? Every sign will not have a planet. There are 12 signs, 9 planets. How can there be a planet in every sign? Many signs will be empty. And when you have empty house, you will feel it difficult to predict. But the prediction can be So if there is no factor, if there is no planet in a house, certain house, you will tend to look at other factors to predict it and will not give importance to the Rashi. What I am teaching you right here is the most important aspect of Rashi. The most important and the first step in how do you predict with empty Rashis. 4th house. Right. I have a Aquarius ascendant and my 9th house is empty. I have Libra in the 9th house. Right. The sign is completely empty. Should I be fortunate or not? Should I be fortunate? Libra is a male sign. Male significations of the house have to be highlighted. That will happen. Invades the eastern city named Romavati does indicate that if there is any planet in Aries, then the achievement of the signification of that planet from the eastern direction will be very beneficial. Because it can easily invade the eastern direction. And this is very useful. Suppose someone is born in Haridwar and they want to get married and have a good marital life. They should marry someone from Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal. Why? Because that will come in the eastern direction. Because Aries, where their seventh lord is situated, can easily invade over the eastern direction. Getting my point? The area which can be easily invaded is also an area which gives you success. So if you are born in Mumbai and you get a transfer to Hyderabad and your 10th lord is in Aries, so that you can go and slay it. Then you can have utmost professional success because sign can easily win over. But only in that case when Aries is having a good planet like Mars, Sun, etc. Right? Suppose someone is born in Dehradun and having 7th lord Mars in Aries. Then marrying to a person from the eastern direction, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Nagaland, Mizoram, etc., will be good. But the same person having the 7th lord Saturn in Aries, what do you think? They marrying the person from the eastern direction is good or bad?
Bad. Western should be good.
Yeah, bad, because that will tend to activate the debilitated effect of Saturn. लो बोल दिया हमने स्पष्ट. कैसे देखा जाता है? राह से निकाल दिया बाहर आप लोगों के सामने. निकालना नहीं चाहिए था, है कि नहीं? क्या कहते हैं आप? ऐसे सिगरेट चाहिए नहीं आपको? तेरे तो नहीं चाहिए. ऐसे सिगरेट्स नहीं देनी चाहिए ऐसे तो ज्योतिष की दुनिया में. कोई बात नहीं. Now the important area, the ruling kingdoms. Now the important areas of ruling kingdoms. Let me give you a small bit of framework to you. The ruling kingdom puffed with power, invasion, special signification of the signs like having 4 horns, golden, etc. The special deity related to every sign is the specialty with Skanda Hora. That's why I have chosen it. Right? That's why I have chosen it. Do you know something known as mundane astrology? What do you know about mundane astrology?
About world events, mundane astrology is about country and world events.
In mundane astrology, there are multiple views. People like Varaha Meher will go with Avkirana Chakra. For example, Satvisha have the letter Shaw. So any company with the name S, Shanghai, etc. should come in Aquarius. Whereas in the concept of Kurma Chakra, you will put a point in the center of the earth and will distribute the directions. Or you will put a point in center of India and will put the directions. So when Aries is afflicted, which area is going to get affected the most? You should use the Suthika direction because that is used for locality. Suthika direction. So why there are a lot of trees in Karnataka and Kerala? Karnataka and Kerala have a lot of trees, right? Why do they have? Maximum trees, etc. in India is in Kerala and Karnataka. Why?
South
If you,
direction, Mars is altered.
if we take a point in center of India, that will come somewhere in Madhya Pradesh, middle of Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. Then eastern direction, Aries Taurus will come, and that should cover the complete of Odisha, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. Jaimini, southeast, will come into Tamil Nadu. Aries, Cancer Leo should also come into lower parts of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Right. The southwest part Virgo will come into this complete Konkan area. The upper of Kerala and the Karnataka up to Goa. The western area with Libra and Scorpio comes into this western part of from Goa to up to Jaipur, Rajasthan. Libra is there, film city is there, luxury is there, movies in Mumbai, luxurious beaches in Goa, Civim Belgaum of Karnataka, Ratnagiri, Solapur. Then coming to the northwest, direction ruled by Sagittarius. You will come to Punjab, etc. And Sagittarius doesn't indicate war or not. The maximum impact of wars, etc., missiles falling, and everything happens there. Punjab, who suffered the partition most? Punjab, Kashmir, Jammu. Then we come to the north direction of Aquarius and Capricorn direction of Uttarakhand, Haridwar, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, UP. And take Bihar also, some parts of. That have the results of Aquarius and Capricorn, Saturn the Libra. Most laborers come from UP, Bihar. Then the northeastern part will go into Assam, Mizoram, etc. That will be Pisces. That is the place with traditions, Onaga and everything. You know, all the tribal societies are there, na? Tribals are very much devoted to their traditions of Jupiter. And there are many forests in the northeast area as well. Nagaland, Assam, etc. Because Mercury, Earth element Lord, will get debilitated in Pisces. Are you getting my point? What I try to say? This is the simple, most effective method of mundane astrology. If you want to make any mundane prediction, take this, see the transits, make it. I can guarantee you 98% will be sure shot. 98% success I can guarantee you this simple technique. I don't do mundane astrology publicly. Many times I have told this to people, this will happen, that will happen, that tends to happen. This is one approach. Another approach is the approach of Paramir that I told you. That Satvisha comes in Aquarius as a Shanghai, comes into Aquarius. Using this technique, you see Sarvata Bhadra Chakra and Veda Gochar, etc. The third approach is this one, given in Shashank Shardiyam. It is also quite very appropriate. This concept takes into consideration the Virudha Bharat, the bigger India, because it is the time of Skanda. It's quite old. I should say some 5,000 to 7,000 years old. 5,000 to 7,000 BC. There is a concept of Virudha Bharat, big India. So the places are distributed in science keeping this in fact only. The Aries rules over Andhra, Kashmira, Madra, Vanga, and Kalinga. What is Andhra? Andhra Pradesh. What is Kashmira? Kashmira is unknown. This is not the Kashmir that you know now. And Kashmira is not known. This is not the real Kashmir. Madra. Madra is the coastal area between Vanga and Kalinga. Kalinga is Odisha. And Vanga is West Bengal. Coastal area between Vanga and Kalinga is Madra. Vanga is West Bengal and Kalinga is Odisha. There is a train from Haridwar to Puri named as Kaling Utkal Express, right? Kaling is Odisha. A speciality with Skanda Hora is that taking the concept of Bharat Bharat, the sage himself have distributed the signs. When was the last famine in Odisha? Janmeja ji, last famine कब आया था Odisha में? Sorry.
अभी लास्ट अप्रैल महीने पे आया
अप्रैल में 2020 19
20
अप्रैल 2020 हाँ 1 अप्रैल 20 15th April 2020
इसके अगले साल भी था।
एक साल यहाँ पे आ जाते सर, हर एक साल आते।
एक साल आ जाता है। Because if you look at the chart, April में Sun is exalted in Aries, and 10th from it is Saturn with Mars, quite and with debilitated Jupiter. Devastation was quite high. What happened to the flag of Jagannath? Something happened, right?
टूट गया था सर,
टूट गया. White bro, Jupiter is debilitated, right? With two elephants. The flag of Jagannath.
आग भी लग गया था फ्लैग में,
आग भी लग गया उसमें.
जी।
That happens because of Aries. Aries will get afflicted. The coastal area of Bengal and Odisha will have famine. So once you see Aries is being afflicted, come to Delhi, welcome. Keep on changing places. This is the real use of astrology, right? This is how you are supposed to use astrology for your beneficence. Understood very clearly? Any confusion? Understandable. Right. It sleeps. Now, this is also an important point, right? When the sign sleeps and when they don't. And it have a very important uses. It sleeps during the 2 hours of the day and stays awake during the 2 hours of the night. What is the duration of a pair? What is the duration of a pair? 3 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah, between 3 to 4 hours. It's one pair. Right. What does it mean? Hmm? How you can interpret this? Two things. Sleeps during the 3 pair of the day and sleeps during wakes stays awake during the 3 pairs of night. This is not an early riser, first of all. He is not early riser. We have to speak 3 pairs after 3-4 hours after sunrise. He can never wake up at 6. He will wake up at 10. So when you wake up at 10, which Rashi you activate? That is right. Point 1. Point 2. It does also indicate that for the complete day he cannot be completely productive. There will be 3-4 hours in the day when he will not be productive. There are few signs who will stay completely awake during the day, and sometimes some signs which will be completely awake during the night. They can completely focus on their work in that certain time. This person is not able to focus on his work at any time. Every time he will have some or other kind of distraction. This should not be predicted for the ascendant. This should be predicted for the 10th lord. Rashi where the 10th lord is situated, etc. Or rather take the signification of the lord. Right. So 7th lord in Aries does indicate that your husband should not be a early riser. Never. Because it sleeps for 2 pairs of the day and 2 pairs of the night, right? One pair taking 3 hours, it will be 6 hours almost. Sleeping up to 12, 12:30, 1. Do that. Cannot work. Cannot do such that, right? Anyone have 7th lord in Aries? Notice this?
Yes. Actually, my seventh lord, my seventh house is Aries, though my seventh lord is not Aries. But my wife has a tendency to sleep for longer hours.
Sorry.
My wife has a tendency to sleep for the longer hours, but she did not get the time. That is a different thing. But she has a tendency. Yeah.
Yes. Not getting the time is because of the Shanta, etc.
Sir, my fifth lord is in Aries. Maximum 11 a.m. Maximum. It works. Sir.
This is what we get especially in Skanda Hora. Tendencies of person, right? Now your child who is sleeping because of this Aries, if they are not having a good Mars, this is detrimental. And if they have a good Mars, it's not detrimental. Getting my point? It also indicates something. Aries is a night strong sign. That we know. But 6 hours from the start of night and 6 hours after the start of the day, he is not that powerful. The complete prediction given in astrology is all dependent on the time. Jyotish is Kala Vedana Shastra, right? It is all dependent on the sign. Suppose you are born at, I am born at 9:23 a.m. Right. I am born at 9:23 a.m. Suppose I have Rajayoga in Aries. What is your comment?
Because night is strong, and so it is not that Raj Yoga will not be that fruitful.
Right. Anyone else?
Sir, it might help in personal life, but in professional life, it might not help, sir.
Jyotish is all about time. Yes, Raj Yoga will win dreams. You are very right in the word. Raj Yoga will win dreams, right? So, same chart. Aries ascendant. Same Raj Yogas. This is the point that people say to, Vedic people. This is the point behind all this now. Other systems. Let's see, Vedic is the planet will be in the same Rashi for long, etc. etc. Sun remains in Aries for a month. That's true. But if I am born at 9:23 a.m. with an exalted Aries, do you think that my sun is going to give me any result? Do you think so? Someone being born at 10:45 to 12, right? Sun in the 10th house. Sun in Aries, 10th house. The sign is supposed to sleep in the daytime up to half of the day. 336 hours or 448 hours. The results are not going to be that prominent. The single exalted sun in the 10th house will only give you the result of Digbali. Should not give you other results because the sign is specifically not strong. Take the same scenario with the exalted sun in the 7th house, etc. You can categorize Rajayogas based on this. Two person competing for an exam, say IPS, both having Raj Yoga and Aries. Based on their birth time, you can grade which one is going to have a better Raj Yoga. If the two people come into tussle. Are you getting my point? Am I easily understandable? Is there any cross question? No? समझे नहीं तो फिर से बोलूंगा. But it is a very important point. Sun exalted in Aries is for a long time, 1 year. Sorry, 1 month. In that 1 month, everyone born in Aries will not have the same level of result. People will have different level of results. And all these different level of results are decided by the birth time. Right? Getting my point? 9th Lord and 10th Lord conjoined in Aries. The birth at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. not going to work. Because the sign is not powerful, he's sleeping. The sign is sleeping. Either the Raj Yoga comes very late or if it comes in the starting, it tends to sleep. It is not. It is it. If it is awake, it will come throughout the life. If it is not awake, it is not going to come throughout the life. So you have to keep this point specifically into consideration when you are going to judge Rajayoga. And let me tell you the biggest secret of astrology. It is all the play of Rajayoga only. Like computer language. Computer uses a binary language like 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. Astrology also uses a binary language of good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Using that good, bad, you have to make a prediction. Understood? Its first and a natural residence is the regions in the west. Its first and natural residence is the regions in the west. From west, he is going to attack the east. So he lives in the opposite direction. What does it mean? What do you understand from this fact that he lives in the western direction? He lives in the western direction. His primary residence is the western direction. He have to attack in the east. Of with power, he will attack east. But he lives in the western direction. This is indicative of the fact that he have a long way to go for prosperity. He have a long way to go for prosperity. That's why Varamihir will say that sun exalted person will be born in a humble family and will rise to become a king. Rise to become a king is very good. That is a Rajayoga result. But born in a humble family is something that should be noticed, because the Rashi is living in the western direction and he have to go to the eastern direction, and that's a long, long way to go. Understood? Understood. Good. Now we go to the next Rashi, Taurus. Atistatyattoro atah. Atistatyattoro atah. Stri panyamanam stratanu. Rajatam hem sringam cha. Denur vahati mastakam. Chatuspadi parikrishta. Guruvini cha kupudvati. Sambhasade sriyam shamya. Vagviratman ashah. Vachassamani samukte. Vanyani maturani cha. Suneshner vipretya. Samvachim stadasham. Esa vaishyatrasam krisham datte. Vetriyashti mruttamam. Anuprasasti pranadhya. Tumeka sanyam mini purim. Nivrta Kuru Panchala. Kekaya nartakanapi. Ahni jagarti nidrati. Naktam cha priharabho. Prathamam paschimachasya desho jangal uchchate. Pragupt oj rashir mein yukma rashi yamata. Is the shloka for Taurus. Before we start with this, let me tell you, Taurus is considered as the most fortunate sign, and Aries and Scorpio are considered as the most unfortunate signs. Taurus is the most trigon of Moon, and Moon will have no enemies. And no planet is completely against towards Taurus. Every planet is good in Taurus. Always remember this. In Taurus, every planet is good. Every planet is good.
Jupiter, Ketu bhi.
Sir. Translation is next to Aries comes Taurus, which is a female sign. What do we understand by female sign? That it is receptive. It is not attacking. He is not having a desire to achieve something and working for it. He is already blessed with things. Problems come, he goes on and tackles it. His approach is feminine, receptive, devoted, like that. That is what female sign means. Indicates beauty, good manners, soft skin, good looks, etc. And the sign is engaged in bargaining or negotiating. So Taurus is very good, very prominent in bargaining and negotiating. What does it mean? It also essentially means that they don't settle for less. They don't overprice as well. This Taurus is a very practical one. He knows the value, he knows the worth, and he will try to belittle the next one. Yes, Satiji. Yes, Satiji. Right? He will try to belittle the person. He will try to have the maximum effort out of it. In Prashna, if the seventh, suppose it is a Vivaha Prashna, and the seventh lord goes in Taurus, then marriage can happen, just the negotiation, dowry is needed. Right? Sixth lord in Taurus in Prashna, bribe is needed. Fifth lord in Taurus in Prashna, pocket money is needed. Bargaining is there. Will not have anything for an overprice. Will be very practical and functional. Getting my point? Taurus cannot be in love, never. Because they tend to have this impact. They tend to have this, why should I compromise? You have this quality, I also have this quality. Very bad approach for love, you know. Seventh house is very prominent for Taurus. They give most important to it because the relationships fail. And they have only one marriage and they have to save it. This bargaining thing is over their mind. And they are like, I have left all these people just for the sake of that I will get married to a good guy. Now, if my marriage doesn't work, what will be my status in the society? He is very conscious of this. He don't want to have any step that will make him belittle in front of anyone. Bargaining. You don't want to lose. You don't want that the salesman should think that I sold the thing to him. No. Are you able to understand my point?
Sir, interrupting you.
Yes, yes.
Does it means that they don't like bargaining also, no?
Yes, if afflicted, then they can be dumb enough not to bargain and take anything for the face value. It is a fixed sign, firm in his decisions, firm in his undertakings. Once they decided, they have decided it. In my course, Mastering the Rashis, for the fixed Rashis, Moyal Rashis, and dual Rashis, I taught a Shloka. Rajju, Musal, and Nala Yoga. Rajju, Musalam, Nalam, Chiradyeha, Satyaswasraya, Janihaha Yogan. Irshu, Videsh Nirto, Adva Rishish Rajwama Mani, Dhanija Musale, Bhokrit Saktaha, Vengasrarth Nibno, Naljaha, Istra Gutta. The Shloka that I taught. Fixed signs indicate Musal Yoga. Right? Indicates Musal Yoga. Musal Yoga, the result of the Musal Yoga is well respected, rich, engaged in many things, capable of doing great works. I will repeat it. Well respected, rich, engaged in many things, and capable of doing great works. This is what essentially comes with fixed signs. Whenever a mention of fixed sign will come, have this thing in your mind that it is respected. You don't want his respect to go. He will try his maximum effort to sustain the respect that he tend to have because he's fixed in his decisions, firm in his decisions. That's why he remains firm in his decisions. Because he don't want that someone should start talking about him. Let's see he took his step back. He's also rich. Because being fixed also indicates the money is fixed. So 11th Lord, 2nd Lord in a fixed sign does indicate that the person have a tendency to store money. Whereas the same planets in a movable sign will indicate a spendthrift who will easily spend. And in a dual sign, you have to make a division of whether it comes in the fixed part or the movable part. The 0 to 15 degree of a dual sign will become fixed and 15 to 30 will become movable. He is also engaged in many things, or you see is capable of doing many things because he is still fixed. So once he gives you a word that I will do this, he will do this. This is the uses of Stira, Chara, and Dusvava. It has a slender white body. The color of the Taurus is white. How to use the color to worship the deity, etc. That all we have covered in Aries. So you just have to take the notes of Aries and place it there, place it there, place it there. That's all that you have to do. So it has a slender white body. Slender means that it is well shaped. If not thin, well shaped. It bears a silver head of a cow with golden horns. Silver head of a cow with golden horns. He is also into ornaments, but not as precious as Aries. He is also having ornaments. He's also having a desire for luxury. He's also having a desire to treasure rare things, but not to that extent which is there in Aries. And there is also a duality indicated. That the head is of silver and the horns is of gold. This is more indicative of alloy. This is also an indicative of alloys. Alloy. A mixture of more than one metal. Alloy. It is indicative of alloy. Mixture of things. Natural duality. They choose something and they are like that. If I must have chosen that. The complete bargaining person. You know, how do women bargain? They will bargain for something, will have the best rates. And then they will go home, they will be like, yeah, that was better. This is not that better. Right? Getting my point? This is better. That was better. This is not better. Despite all this bargaining, etc. That is what happens with Taurus. Right? It is four-footed. Four-footed once again when it will get strength. Four-footed, as I told you, strong in the 10th house. The principle I have already told you. Just keep on applying it. All of the signs we will go quickly. I will just give you the reference of the rule and you just keep on applying it as we did for Aries. Because for Aries we took whole 3 days. For the simple reason. If anything special comes in, that I will believe. And repetition is not a right. People are easily able to do that, or I have to repeat it every time. Every sign, if I take 3 days, I think you people are able to do it, right? लोग हैं आप लोग. He is tormented. The decisions that he make, as I told you, duality. With the face made of silver and the horns made of gold, it indicates a duality. And they are tormented, cheated, in a pathetic condition. It is the one who cheated everyone who came in his contact, and in the end will repent. Why I did that? I must have not. Because that repent will come back. Taurus is the sign which indicates instant karma. You do it in this life, you get it back in this life. So be very careful with the planet in the Taurus. Don't neglect it. It will come back instantly. It will be a quick boomerang. Be careful. Cancer lagna. Be very careful about how you earn money. Because if you cheat it, if you get money by cheating, be ready for a scam. Then you will tend to put your money into some property and the dealer will take money and run away because you got it from cheating. Or things will get stuck. Instead, quick boomerang is what happens with Taurus. Taurus is pregnant and humped. This quality I always told you that Aries, Taurus is a bit humped because of the shoulders of the moon. Bit humped, walks being bent. Right. It is pregnant, indicates a pot belly. Indicates they have many things in their hearts. Yet this Taurus is a very secret keeper. They have a lot of things in their heart. They don't take the things out. Universally, it will also indicate. That this Aries person, that this Taurus person is going to have many bad experiences in that area. Suppose the fourth lord is in Aries, then there is so much chaos at home that he cannot even discuss it. So although it is the most fortunate sign, no planet is bad there. But there are so many events in the area of that planet that the person is afraid to talk about this. Understandable easily? That is the signification of pregnancy. And humped is handpacked first of all. So the 7th house is having Digubal. So he is handpacked. Many responsibilities on his shoulders. First thing. Have to be responsible for multiple things. Have to take care of multiple things. Responsibilities come to him like anything. No matter how much he wants to refrain himself from taking more and more responsibilities, he will end up doing that only. And It also indicates loss of prestige. 10th Lord in Taurus, there can be one incident which will be very detrimental for his status in the society. I'm right. As a जुगा हुआ आदमी. He have to keep his turban on the feet of someone for his respect to be there, for his life to be there. He have to compromise regarding multiple things. Right? Easily understanding the significations. Very good. That's all for today. I'm having a bit of fever actually. And also we are jumping from one sign to another sign. Class is almost 1 hour, right? We'll continue tomorrow. What I want is, not tomorrow, maybe after Wednesday, etc. Because we have planned for 4 classes per week. I will reduce it to 3. The classes are being extensive. Other commitments also, right? So 3 days I will try to take on Thursday, Friday, Saturday only, so that other activities doesn't get disturbed. So the Dasha course, Brigu course, and other things doesn't get disturbed, right? And the timing I am just planning to change it to 4 p.m. right? That we have already discussed. 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. that I have to decide. So let me leave it here and we will meet on Wednesday.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, for Aries, you told it's a sleeping sign. It's a day sleeping sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the person born in the night time, for them, the Rajayoga will work.
Yeah. It sleeps for 4 hours, 6 hours in the starting of night and 6 hours in the starting of day.
So in the middle, it's awake.
Yeah. Person born after person born up between 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. and from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. will have the maximum result of Aries.
Okay, sir. That's it, sir. Thank you, sir.
We'll meet on Wednesday. If there is any change in schedule, that will be intimated to the group, right?
Thank you,
Thank
Shubham.
you. Namaskar.
Good night, sir.
Namaskar.